Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of Cold Snack Attack. And today we are looking at this item right here. So this is basically a roll of seaweed. I got this in Korea, actually a long time ago, like back in the summer. I saw this in the 7-Eleven, I think it was, and I just picked it up. Don't really remember how much it was, but it wasn't too expensive, although this box is pretty big. So as you can see, this is like the roll of seaweed that it's supposed to look like. And it says that it comes with 3 of them. And it also says that it's the classic flavor. So apparently they must have different flavors of this, but I'm not really sure. So there's the back if you want to get a look at that. Not really too much interesting there. So let's go on and open it up and see what the packaging looks like, okay? Okay, and there we have the 3 little seaweed rolls. So kind of actually longer than I was expecting. But yeah, it's interesting. Oh, I did notice one thing on this box. It says that it is a product of Thailand. But I didn't buy this in Thailand, bought it in Korea. So anyway, there we have it. The big roll, grilled seaweed roll. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. Okay, there it is. You can kind of see it right there. Let me try and take this out. Okay, so there it is. There is the seaweed roll. That's what the inside looks like. So it looks thin. It looks very thin, doesn't it? But it actually feels very sturdy, very strong. It feels a lot thicker than it looks. So as far as the outside, you can't really see much of anything. So yeah. Anyway, grilled seaweed roll. Let's give it a try, okay? Going down the hatch. Kind of messy. Just kind of flakes off. Slightly crunchy in the beginning, but then once it gets more moisture in your mouth, stops being crunchy. If you've ever had seaweed before, this has a very, very similar, I mean, this is seaweed, so of course it tastes like seaweed, but it tastes like just the plain kind of seaweed that you would normally get. But so this box, it says that it's the classic flavor, and I can tell that this does have a little bit of flavoring to it. Like it's salty, and 2, it's slightly sweet as well. There is a slight sweetness, although it's not a strong sweetness. Yeah, for me, I'm not a huge fan of seaweed. When I do eat seaweed, I prefer it to be really, really salty. This one is not, well, it is pretty salty, but it's also got that combination of a sweet, kind of like sugary flavor to it, which I don't think I'm a fan of, actually. I think if I eat seaweed, I want this to only be salty. I don't want that sweet flavor with it. So that kind of detracts from it, in my opinion. I think kids in Asia would probably really like this, though, if I had to guess. I think this is probably targeted more towards kids. So yeah. Oh, and you can kind of unroll it there as well. So you can kind of see what it looks like. Oh, anyway, yeah. So this grilled seaweed roll, what kind of rating would I give it? I don't know, probably not too terribly high, just because 1, I'm not a huge fan of seaweed to begin with, and 2, the sweet flavor doesn't work for me. So I would probably give this a 4 out of 10. I think, yeah, my rating is going to be a 4 out of 10 on this. Like I said, it tastes like seaweed. It is a little salty, but it's got that sugary flavor, which I am not a fan of. So I probably would not get this again. But I would be interested to see if they have other flavors, because it does mention, like I said, classic flavor. So I'm assuming that means they have more than just the classic flavor. So if I see these again next time I'm in Korea, I'll pick one up. But yeah, this classic flavor, not a winner in my book. So everyone, thanks for watching this episode of Cool Snack Attack, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.